Hey, what's going on, people? This is Vision. Once again, you know, got to make some vids. It's crucial. It's important, and I make my vids. I think I said when I make my vids, I make sure I know what I'm gonna say. I know what is on it. I review them and then I post them. I made vids on my MySpace profile for quite some time, a couple of years, and it's just because they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Those videos make sense, and they're able to see that how long it's been that they keep up their drama on me. Another thing too, it's like here you have my enemies. This topic is basically uh, on how my enemies, what their fame is based on, um, and how the government of the North, how they want people to ignore my MySpace profile, ignore these videos that I make on YouTube. They want them to do that and stuff. So that's what's going on at this point. And how my enemies got their fame. Everybody knows how, and that's why that this fight is going on, because my enemies, Hector and F Scar, those people are lying and making up stuff, and then now the government, and then government of Mexico, they use the time machine to go back to a lot of time in my past. And what's going on now is they're just trying to twist as much as they can, because the truth on their fame, on my enemy's fame, is all me. Because if F Scar and the tragedy that they've done to me, and if my enemy F Scar, he's trying to say like I got my fame through him, but in number one, I was never trying to get fame. These people did this drama to me, and then it so happens now I got fame. So, but fame that I want, no. But there's nothing I could do about it. So now I'm working with it. That's what I meant by the spare tire, because of what they did to me. I don't want any of what's going on. They want to change me. That's why they say, "Oh, well, if you change, then it looks then it's cool," and then all this. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not me. One, I'm not a sellout, and another thing, I'm never gonna change because they want me to change. They made money and they want to get away with doing their drama to me. So no, that's a main reason why I'm not gonna change. And and then people say, I don't know if it's true, if it's not true, but they say Hecht is back. Before the time machine came out, he died. They say he's around. He's never revealed himself to me. This person never confronted himself. We never, I've heard that this person was around. He's never confronted himself to me. Another thing too, I had called out fights on my MySpace profile. This was back a couple of years ago. I think it was in 2015, and it was supposed to be a fight in Sacramento. It happened. It was over in Sacramento, and there was a fight that Hector was supposed to show up if they said that he was around or whatever. The person never showed up. There's a big old, yeah, I win against him and all this kind of stuff. And then once again, the government of the North had to spend money, had to do their games to make it look like, no, that's not what happened and everything. But if they put me up to fight with my enemy, Hector, I'm going to win. Another thing, so my enemy Hector gain his base fame is a tragedy on me. That's why I'm around and I'm like this, and that's and my because believe me, if Hector got his fame himself, then I wouldn't be in the picture. I would never be around. This drama wouldn't be happening to me. Yeah, but that's his base fame. That's how he got. He's known for nothing else right now. He's trying to make his fame, but in reality, when people get their first stardom, they're gonna know, or their first, you know, big time money. They're gonna know, okay, where you get your money from, how you get your money. You know, did your money come up from street hustle, or did your money come up from, you know, taking a tragedy and then trying to twist it around, and then at the same time trying to change a person and stuff. You know, so what is your fame? My fame is this fight that's going on and them trying to change me. And then they're trying to say, and then people are trying to say, oh, well, people look at you like this. Just because people look at me a certain way, it's because they had to put out that much money so people could look at me like that. And I think I've said out in the open, like, my money, my information's free. Their information, they have to pay for. Meaning, their information is lies. In order for them to make it look like they're telling or they're saying truth, they have to put out money. So you're getting information that's false because they have to put out money. My information is real because I hear on what I get my information on what's going on what they're doing, and they're trying to twist like this video. And I've said it before. I made a MySpace video. They'll make videos, do things to me, do whatever. So everything I say on videos can look wrong, like it's not right. And that's where their work has to come in, and they don't like that. That's why they either want to kill me, and then since they don't like my looks, they want to destroy my looks any way possible. And but they basically want to physically destroy my looks too. So because it's a jealousy, you know, they're trying to take away my clothes. They kind of stopped on that now because, you know, they're seeing that, oh, I guess he is better because, you know, I pick my own clothes. I get my own clothes. No one's paying for them. Nobody's going with me to the store and picking out clothes. You know, I'm very independent. And then what's going on now, the looks, you know, you know, I look better than my enemies and so on and so forth. So, and then, you know, I make videos and I take pictures and all that, but I'm not worried about that. You know, yeah, fine. You know, I take cool pictures, you know, I look nice and stuff. So, I mean, that's good. I respect, you know, those compliments, and I understand, you know, hey, people are not trying to get at me. They're just complimenting me. You know, it's like, you know, hey, if there's a whole bunch of girls that think, oh yeah, this is a good looking person, you know, you know, that's good. It's not like I haven't heard that before. I've been my whole life, I've been getting compliments. So it's really nothing to be, you know, oh yeah, I'm going to try to keep, no, I've always, so, but that's not the importance. I thank God, yeah, you know, my health is good, my looks are there, you know, I'm 40 years old, I don't look 40 years old, but, you know, my original fame on what brought me out on these topics, these fights, is this drama, you know. And, you know, people won't, you know, I have to speak out like this so people can know what's going on, what's real, what's happening. Why is he out in public talking to people? You know, what's the deal? That's the deal. The deal is I got fame that they pushed on me, and they made money off a tragedy that happened to me. And these two enemies want to walk around like they're all high and mighty, and people, oh yeah, it's F Scar's world, and oh yeah, people, all the stars like F Scar. But how did he get his fame? And then I'm in the picture, and you'll never, in daylight, you'll never see. The government of the North, it's already said that they picked him And so and I've already heard since I was out here in Southern California from I guess it was a Mason or something, they said they already made their choice. So that means that they're gonna continuously fight, spend money, lie, and do what they gotta do so their choice can look more. They're gonna hypnotize me. They're gonna do Tron. They're gonna do magic. They're gonna do all kinds of stuff so that what they're saying does not look like a lie. And see, that's where it comes in. If it's a lie, if what I'm saying is a lie, and I'm a lie and all this, then they wouldn't have to put out all this work. This drama wouldn't be going on. They wouldn't have to make fake profiles. My enemies that are quoting, saying that they're my friends, they would always be around me in the daytime. You would constantly see them, and it was never like that. Ever since F-Scar got on the scene, since 2014, he has never been around me and been on. The only reason why people are saying like, oh, well, we see these pictures and all this because hypnotism, false picture, whatever, they do the technology to make pictures, and then they have lookalikes and all that kind of stuff. They're able to pull off a lot. The money that's made off of my tragedy caused so much money that you have money you could play with, money you can give out, money so much money makes money, and then so that's what's happening, and they're trying to say that they like me because they like their lifestyle. Once everything comes out and they say, because they're and they don't, that's why they want me dead or they want me out. Because once all that's over, then see, they get upset because the truth comes out and drama happens to them. So they get all pissed off. But once everything's on them and it looks like, it's bad on me, they're like, oh yeah, well, we like him. But once everything's good on me and everything's cool, then it's like my enemies, they don't like it. They get angry. And then I also hear that the NorCal Masons, they're like, well, they're not happy. And really in my mind, I'm like, really, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because for one, my enemies were never around me in the first place. So, and they don't do anything for me. So that doesn't count. I mean, and then another thing, the NorCal Masons, the only thing they're doing is once things are going good on my side, then they want to start trying to lock me up and do all this other stuff. And so it goes to show they're never friends in the first place. So both sides that I'm talking about on my MySpace were never cool with me in the first place. So if they decide to just say, okay, well, we're not going to deal with you, I'm like, okay, well, you basically never dealt with me in the first place, so I don't know, what are you feeling like you're taking away from me? And then they get irritated, and then that's probably why they take my clothes. They definitely took my kids away, and they just want to destroy my kids and never let me see my kids. So they just take from me, and then they trip out like, oh, he goes and takes this, and I'm like, well, I'm not taking from people. That's what they do. Remember, Google me. Tell somebody you know to Google me, Leo Rubin MySpace. That's where you're gonna find the profile. I got the YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, it's linked off on my MySpace profile. All right, so the base fame on what's going on. They want you to ignore MySpace. They want you to ignore the videos I make, and that's basically the NorCal Masons and my enemies and stuff. So you're gonna understand, and these videos I make and I post, they make sense because it's real talk. When I'm out here in public, and if you're fortunate enough to hear me talk, believe me, you're gonna hear me say MySpace. They lie, what the truth on what's happening, not no fakeness on the profiles that they make on me, not any fakeness on hypnotism on what they want me to say. This is what an individual talking, independent individual that knows what the fuck is going on and is not for any of that that's happening to me. All right? So check out my profile all the time. There's constant posts. Videos is just when it's called for. Later, people.